All right, take two. God bless America to the Tusketeer Hogcast. Last week we had to do this crap 3 times, me and Camo. This week we're up to 2 so far, and
It's
I hope
going
that's
about
it.
like the Razorback season.
Yeah, I think it's there's some correlations with their season and our recording issues that we have right now. All right, Tusketeer Hogcast. I'm Bones. Buck and Camo is here. We got the crew is here, all here. Hogs go down to Tennessee. We lose 34-31. And we did a lot better than I thought. That's kind of what we were already saying, but so we'll have to kind of recover what we were all just saying. Chalk it up to the Hogs being prepared with under a new head hog. 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks to prepare, which was good.
They did too, though, didn't they?
Were they coming off a bye?
No,
They weren't.
I didn't think they were. I didn't think they were. We had 2 weeks to prepare. In Tennessee, they might have been looking past us for that Alabama game. Very well could. A lot of teams like that have tendencies to look past a lesser opponent, and especially when they've got a good one the next week. So I think it has a lot to do with that and our preparation. I'll give Petrino some credit and our guys maybe feeling a little bit refreshed and rejuvenated after some fresh heads in. But
And that leads to my point that I was saying before we got cut off. I think, it's the same old story. We lost by 1 score again. But what I seen on tape, what I seen on the, screen, I obviously wasn't there, but I seen a lot more effort, especially on the defensive end. I seen
you're right.
Accountability.
They did come off a bye. They did. They had a bye.
I thought so. So they came off a bye just like we did. But I seen a lot more effort, especially on the defensive side. I seen accountability, which I think Bobby Petrino brings. That's not a knock against Pittman, but I think people fear. I think there has to be a level of fear in the head coach, just a little bit, and that's what Bobby Petrino brings. And the players know when they play for Bobby that if they mess up, and when I say mess up, y'all know what word I'm trying to say there. When they mess up, they know that they better mess up at full speed or their butts out of there. And that's exactly, that's where the accountability mother beepers come in. That's where the Bobby Petrino gets on their butt and they're out of the game. They might not be out of the whole game, but they're sitting out of series for sure. And they're going to sit over there and think about it. And I think that's what Bobby, and that's what we've been lacking.
Well, I think Braylon Russell did. I think he took a shot, which you could blame him sitting out because, they wanted to give him some rest on kind of getting a little woozy there. But I think regardless whether he was slow getting up, he would have set out for that fumble just because that's the way Bobby is. But, football teams take on the identity of their coach.
Yep.
And I think you look at Sam Pittman, although he was one way and there was a lot of good things about him, we tend to not play well at home. We tended to be lackadaisical, lazy. Our effort wasn't there at times. And I think that's kind of the way he is. He's almost too laid back. And Bobby is a fiery, put together, X's and O's, go get him type of coach. So I think we're beginning to take on that type of personality pretty quickly, just because he's a demanding coach, and I think people respect him over there, or up there, I should say. And let's hope we can win a couple of these. That's all I expect.
So, and you saying that fiery and taking on the identity, what do y'all think? I want to hear y'all's thoughts on his going for it on 4th and I think it was 4th and 2 when we could have possibly kicked a long field goal. But I liked it. Even though we didn't get it, I liked it.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you have? You have nothing to lose. I mean, you have absolutely nothing to lose. I would have gone for it as well.
Here's what I say. At home, you go for it. On the road, you take the points.
See, I think it's the opposite.
On the road, you take the points. Because if you're at home, and here's my reason. At home, if you don't get it, you have the crowd and the defense, and they're on your side of the 50. You can stop them still. You have a good chance of, better chance to me at home stopping them if you don't get it at home than if you don't get it on the road, because they're going to just take that momentum. The crowd's going to be behind it, and they're going to go do something with it. So I think on the road, you take the field goal. But that's easy to say. Hindsight's 2020.
And saying the same thing though, like if we would have got that 4th down conversion, it would have killed the crowd. It would have absolutely destroyed that crowd.
We went for it on 4th and 1 in the first quarter and got it. We got one of the first.
Yeah.
But then this particular down and distance was a little bit longer, and it was at a different part of the game to where you don't have. In the first quarter,
but it's not a necessary 3 points, though. That's what I'm getting at, too.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you do it in the first quarter, you have a whole bunch of offensive possessions left to go be had. But when you're that late in the ball game, you don't have very many offensive possessions left in the ball game. So points at that point, points is that much more crucial.
But you're saying points, but you're acting like we would have made that. You're acting like we have Cam Little back there when we don't. Our kicker's terrible.
Okay, well, in that
say he's terrible, play, Starks. He's not
he's
terrible.
Average. He's average at best.
He's hit a 54, 55-yarder.
Your argument,
it's not for sure. It's not for sure. It's not for sure.
Your argument holds no water.
I'm not saying it's automatic, but it's not like we don't have a good kicker. It was one of the top kickers out of his class.
It's not a Cam Little. It's not. Okay. He might be, but he's not doing great this year. He's missed some.
Guys, but listen,
dude, that
Cam
argument
Little don't hold water because if we get
did not do good. I mean, Cam Little, his last year or year and a half at Arkansas was not good. He missed the game-winning field goal against A&M. Missed the game-winning a game-tying field goal. I think was it LSU or another team. I mean, Cam Little wasn't the best.
I'm just saying that we don't have it's what I'm getting at in saying all that. It's not a for sure 3 points. So you're acting like just because we don't go for it, it's a for sure 3 points on the board when it's not.
But Buck, what I was going to say is even if we get it, it's not a for sure touchdown either. So you're acting like if we go for it on 4th, we're automatically going to score a touchdown. No scenario is a guarantee of points.
Hindsight's 2020.
But I think a field goal makes more sense in that situation to not guarantee points, but to give you a really good shot at least getting some as opposed to none.
So you disagree then? You disagree that he should have picked it.
What was it, a 54-yarder?
It was something like that. It was a 50-something. And, that's a tough field goal. I think it's less than a 50% chance we make it in that situation.
Yeah.
He's
hit him and he's missed less, closer in. I get it, but
what is Starks right now? What is he? What is Starks right now?
I don't
he's
know.
Missed what? He's like 13 for 15.
I'd have to go.
And a few of them have been 50-yarders.
Yeah.
But in that situation, that's what we were saying. That's what got us on this topic. Is Bobby Petrino's fiery. He's bringing the edge every game, no matter whether you like it or don't. That's the type of coach he is, and that's the way he's going to be. I hope he doesn't lose his edge going forward because we need that.
We can try to put the spotlight on that one decision and play, and that's obviously for people like us. It's just, observers and fans of the game and fans of the Hogs. We can talk about it, but really, I would really put the spotlight on the 3 turnovers. Yep. I'm not going to put the spotlight on Bobby making that decision. I don't know what he should have done, and I would have done the same thing as him. because you only know what you know at that particular moment. Now looking back, I bet he wishes he'd have kicked the field goal because it'd have been
He said that.
34.
He said that. He
He's
said that.
So you
he
can't.
is 5 for 7. He's 5 for 7. He's attempted 7 and he's made 5. So he's 70. He's punting 7 or kicking 71.5%. His longest is 53.
Not from 50 something. Not from something from 50 something yards though.
Yeah, 53. He said his longest is 53.
His longest
But
is
I'm
53.
saying he's not 70 something percent from 50 something yards is what that field goal would have been. So
well, he probably hadn't had that many opportunities. He hadn't had that many opportunities.
You're right.
But in saying that, what is he for PATs? Is he 100% PATs?
He's 100% on PATs. Yeah, he's made
100%
29
on
out of
PATs.
29.
That is what, a 35, 37-yard field goal. The ball's on the 25 now, so it's 10 yards with the end zone plus 7. So that would put it at what, 42 yards, or am I smoking something here?
No, it's on the like 10 or 15 yard line.
I thought it was. NFL.
I thought they backed it up.
They did
I
in
thought
NFL.
they backed it up.
College, I don't think they did. I think they still put it on the 3, don't they?
Not on PATs, I didn't think, but maybe they do. I get NFL and college confused sometimes on that.
Yeah, well,
forgive my ignorance.
Yeah, we sound stupid right now, to be honest.
Yeah, they kick it on from the 2-yard line.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a 20-yard kick.
Short.
Yeah,
it's a 20-yard kick.
Yeah,
we could be 50% on those.
Which to me, let's say this. Now that we've showed our ignorance, I'll say this: that's way too short for a PAT in college.
Well,
20 yards.
That's
ridiculous. That's a chip shot. They need to back that sucker up.
That's like a 3-foot putt.
Yeah,
or
that's
less than that.
Yeah, let's at least get a 10-foot putt. Not a 3-foot putt.
But
yeah, no, I see it both ways. But in that scenario, that specific scenario, Buckman, I'm for it. Go for it.
Me too. Especially on the road, you gotta on the road. You gotta take it. You gotta take it. You gotta no matter whether you're good or not.
Yeah.
Now maybe unless you're like a Alabama Saban type defense out there or something like that, you can't expect to go on the road and take field goals and win. You got to take the most amount of points, which is a touchdown. And that's the way you're going to win against high-ranked SEC opponents on the road.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a team like Arkansas.
Speaking of, I looked at the stats, kind of what I was saying before we got cut off. So, Tennessee fans looking past it. I mentioned it wasn't loud on the TV. It didn't seem loud. At times, yeah. I knew some people that were there. They said it, Tennessee fans were kind of, not really paying attention, and they would get loud during some plays and some they wouldn't. A lot of people sitting down. But there was over 101,000. I looked at the official attendance, and it was like 101,000 and some change. So, they packed it.
They probably were bummed that Arkansas had a chance to beat them the whole game. We were in that game the whole game.
It was 34-17 at one point. And if that was at Fayetteville, our fans would have left. Once it got to 34-17, Hog fans would have started hitting road.
Oh yeah,
road.
Yeah. That's because that's exactly what Hog fans do.
It is what Hog fans do.
That's pathetic.
Let's not knock our own fan base over here.
It is true.
Hey,
it's what they do.
Come on,
it's what they do.
Hey, family sometimes has to be
look
hard truths, and that's a hard truth.
Alabama's, LSU's, Texas's. If they're not in the playoffs, they're not packing the stadium.
So Alabama didn't
make the playoffs last year.
They pack the stadium every week.
No, they don't.
They do. Yes, they do.
Yes,
they pack the stadium every week.
Crazy. You're so crazy.
You're smoking pot.
You're acting like you act like they're on the same level as us. They have won.
You're right. They're way better than us
in this.
Exactly.
And their fans ain't leaving.
Their fans aren't leaving. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They're packing. And Alabama missed the playoffs last year, and they're still packing Bryant, didn't he?
They were packing every game all year long.
They were ranked every game all year long.
Oh, but that's not what your point was. That's not what your point was.
We're comparing
that's
apples
not what
to oranges,
your point was. Your point was if they're not making the playoffs, they're not packing the. That's what you said, and that's false because they are.
They didn't make the playoffs at the very freaking end of the year. They lost one of the last couple games, so they didn't make the playoffs.
They were 9-3.
They were in the chance of making the playoffs throughout the entire year.
They lost their very first game last year. They lost their very first game last year.
Okay. And then they only had 2 losses all the way until their second to last game.
But Buckman, where would we be?
My point is, these teams we're talking about, they're ranked all freaking year long. That's why they're packing the stadium.
But you didn't say that. Okay. I'm just saying, like, I see your point now, but they're not. That's not what you said. You said if they're not making the playoffs, they're not packing the stadium. And I disagreed with you because they are. And then you said, no, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They ended up not making the playoffs. We get that. But they had a chance most of the year. So they're packing the stadium.
So what Buckman's saying,
both teams have chances every year.
What I'm saying is we need to be ranked every year. That's what I'm saying. Let's freaking be ranked.
Every time Arkansas gets ranked, we let it go to our heads. Every time we're average. Yeah, you're right. We are average. We've been average. Historically, we've been average, and we're gonna freaking be average.
No, we're
not.
We
are 6 to 8 win team.
That's the mentality. That's why we're here.
That's not the mentality. That's the reality.
Your mentality is why we're here. Exactly.
That's the reality.
That mentality.
Here's the reality.
My mentality is why the Razorbacks are where they're at. It's me.
Here's the reality, folks. Here's the reality. Buckman is saying that if you're not in the college football playoffs or have a chance to be in the college football playoffs, don't show up. Don't show up and support your team because it's not worth.
Be a fair weather fan. It's not worth it.
It's not worth supporting your team if you're not in the hunt.
Make changes to be able to have a chance. Exactly.
Every year.
Fire them.
Yep. Every year, fire them.
Y'all are crazy.
You're crazy.
Just fire till you get to the playoffs.
Let's get back on topic.
Let me say something before we move to A&M game. So last week I said I was going to do a little bit of homework, and I didn't quite finish it. So I'm going to give myself a 75 on my homework from last week, but I'm going to complete it, and I'll have it up to an A plus next week. But Buckman, last week we were talking about Arkansas in 11 a.m. games, and we're terrible. Our record's terrible. I think Josh, you said we'd be like right around 40%. I said less than that, and I just said 10 years from 2015 to present time. What do you think our record now? I like I said, I've gotten as far as 2018. I've got from 2018 start till right now, I've got it. What do you think our record is? Now, remember, that's 12 games a year. Now, obviously, not all 12 are played at 11 a.m., but just think, that's 12 games a year. What do you think our record is at 11 a.m. games?
So how many total games is it?
There's 20. We've played 29 games that started at 11 a.m.
29 total games. I'd
since
say
2018. Sorry.
Since you're talking crap, and just because from what I've heard so far, I'd say we're 8-21.
You're pretty freaking close.
Yeah,
but we're not that good.
We're not
6 and 23.
6 and 23. Wow.
Since 2018 on games that started at 11 a.m. Camo, you froze up. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Hey, guess what? Fun fact. Who was the coach for 4 of those years? Or 5 of those years?
Well,
I'll wait.
You had Brett Bielema. You had 2 years of Chad Morris,
who was 5 of those?
Most of the games. Hey,
years.
Most of the games during Chad
Morris. What does that matter? Bielema probably had the same record. Bielema probably had the same record. That's fitting.
No, I'm just saying, y'all just get mad because it's the truth. Who was 5 of those years? Pittman was. I'll answer it.
So we had.
That's why he needed to be fired. Stats like that.
Sorry, 2018 was Chad Morris. So that was all Chad Morris. All his 2 years because we suck, so we played at 11 a.m. Probably almost every game. And then Pittman's first year. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're gonna have the majority of the game with a coach that's coached the longest out of the last 3.
That's only Chad Morris era and Pittman era is what you've got so far.
Yeah.
I'd like to compare Bielema and Petrino. Obviously, Petrino's going to make that number go up, but I'd say Bielema is probably going to be right there where Pittman was. I guarantee you, very close.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just terrible. 6-23 in what's that? 8.
So you're saying don't bet the Hogs money line if it's an 11 o'clock game.
If you want to win money and the game's at 11 a.m., bet against the Hogs.
Well, generally speaking, if you're playing an 11 a.m. game,
no matter who it is,
if you're playing an 11 a.m. game, either one of the two is a fact. You're either really freaking good or you're really freaking bad. You're either a dominant team about to dominate somebody or you're the team about to get dominated.
I mean,
generally,
some of those losses include Western Kentucky. That was a game.
There's
Chad
never
Morris lost
like
to.
highlight, Sports Center top, games that are played at 11 o'clock.
Was Memphis 11 o'clock game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Memphis was 11 o'clock game.
And we were supposed to hopefully dominate them, but that didn't happen. And
we were up 18 points. We dominated until we gave it up in the 4th.
Until we didn't. That's the mentality that changed now, hopefully.
Yeah. The Hogs almost always win.
Yeah. The Hogs. What's the shirt? Yeah. We almost always win.
Yeah, we almost always win.
Almost. Yeah. So, no, I thought, I mean, like I said, I knew it was going to be bad looking into it, and I'm going to keep going but it's hard on the stat sheet. It doesn't, unless I'm looking in the wrong place, it doesn't tell what the game time was. Or no, it does on the stat sheet, but
to dive in, we
like breakdowns on the app or whatever, it doesn't say the start time. So you have to click the actual stat PDF, and it's crazy. But
enough about the past. We dove into it a little bit before it messed up earlier. Let's move to the future. Let's start with this A&M game. I'm hoping, I was thinking on the way home today that, like Tennessee, like you were saying, their fans weren't very loud and their fan base wasn't loud. The players probably wasn't ready to play us. They look at our record, which we're 2-4. If you look at our record, you just look at the team and look at the turmoil of the team. We just fired our coach. They're going to be thinking, we're going to dominate this team. We should dominate this team. We're going in here like we're going to dominate this team with that mentality, but you're overlooking Arkansas, a good Arkansas team, really. I think we're really good. We could very easily be 5-1. We've been in every single game but one game, and we got dominated, obviously, that game, the last game Pittman coached against Notre Dame. But I'm thinking that we might be a lot of these teams from here on out, we're going to be their trap game is what I'm getting at. And we're going to be overlooked. And I'm hoping we can get a few wins out of that. What do y'all think?
I mean, I can see it. It doesn't change my thinking of that. We've got maybe 2 wins in our schedule left. I don't even think the ceiling is 3 anymore. I think the ceiling is 2.
Right there with you, Caleb.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the ceiling is 2. But I think you're right, Buckman.
Maybe,
I don't think, even though that might be the case, Buckman, we might keep some games close like that we shouldn't, like maybe this weekend against an undefeated number 4. Hey, speaking of number 4 ranked, the last time a number 4 ranked team came to Arkansas, we beat them.
We beat them last year, Tennessee.
Tennessee. But, I mean, I think it keeps us close, but I think our lack of defense, it's still there. We
do know what Bobby's record is against A&M? Do you know what Bobby's record is against A&M?
He used to dominate A&M.
He's 3-0. He's 3-0.
He's 3-0.
3-0 against A&M.
We were down 18 points. We were down 18 points at halftime.
Yeah, we started losing to them when A&M joined the SEC in 2012 or 14, whenever they did. That's when we started losing to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it keeps us close, but I don't.
So you think it's going to be the same old story, even though we're their trap games? You think we're just going to keep on losing close games all year?
I think we're going to keep losing games. Yes, whether or not they're close, I don't know. I don't think our defense has it in them. I think we came out pretty good. I don't think I'm hoping we come out again. I won't give my prediction for this weekend just yet, but I don't. I think we're going to beat Auburn. I think we're going to beat Mississippi State. Maybe those are my 2 wins.
So I don't know. I'm just thinking that I've seen change already. It might only be one game, but one thing I've noticed is not only effort, the mentality, the accountability for the whole, team's aspect, not just the defense. But one thing I've mostly seen on the defensive side specifically is they were scoring points, right? They had 34 on us in 3 quarters, and they didn't score again, right?
Yeah.
Or they had 31 on us or whatever. What I seen was a defensive, philosophy change in that 1 quarter, and we started stopping them. We got 3 stops in a row or something like that. And that's one thing we have not seen in years.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's coaching.
Yeah. We did outscore. We outscored Tennessee 2 out of the 50%. Never mind. I was thinking
we haven't seen that
4.
though. Usually, if we're getting dominated all game long in the past.
Yeah.
And Pittman's, head coaching career here. Not trying to knock him or anything, but I'm just saying, like we started getting dominated. We're going to continue getting dominated. Nothing's changing. But from when this one game, I've seen that change, and I'm like, okay, maybe we do have some good coaches up there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
on the defensive
I don't
side,
think.
anyway.
I think that it's them simplifying it and letting the guys just fly to the football, play football. It's almost like basketball when you go outside and you go to the like street ball where you're playing your buddies. There's no referees. You're just playing ball. You're playing a pickup game. But if you go into the gym and you have referees, you're going to have to play a different style of basketball. It's the same way or same philosophy I look at it, with what Petrino's done. Petrino has got away, at least defensive wise. He's staying X's and O's on the offense, but defensive wise, he's giving them simple assignments. It's zone man, and then read and react and go play football.
One thing we're not
That's
talking
what I
about
see.
this coming week, we're playing A&M. Petrino used to coach a lot of these guys. He knows this team well. And I don't know if y'all thought about it, but I think
they have a totally new team. They lost players.
No, he's already it's the same quarterback. Same quarterback he coached.
Quarterback.
Okay, well that's most of the team, right? I mean that
you
can't tell me that
out of 11.
Yeah, you can't tell me the most important position in football is the quarterback. That's a fact. So anyway,
I don't know. How does the quarterback get the ball, Buckman?
Oh my
the center.
God!
I'd say the center might be the most important person. If you ain't got a center, you ain't got an offense.
In Buckman's defense, they asked him. Trey Biddy asked him about the guys that A&M still has when he was there, and he said there were some offensive linemen. There's more than one. There's not a whole lot, but there's probably a handful of guys.
Important.
Yeah, there's some offensive linemen and the quarterback.
Markle Reed. Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't think it's not a majority of the players. Yeah, he knows a few of the players for sure.
But he knows the most important one, as I'm getting at. The quarterback and his tendencies and what he's probably not good at. Hopefully, he knows what to shut down and what to take away and what to allow, maybe, and what he's not good at. Possibly from what I've heard, his arm strength isn't the best. So take away, the short routes, and you got a lot better chance, and take away their running game, obviously.
I'm going to bring up something. One last thing. All right. all these years, these last 5 years, something bad happened. You blame Pittman. So all the fumbles that happened against Ole Miss and against Memphis was Pittman's fault. It wasn't the actual player whose fault was it last week
2 weeks
for the 4 fumbles?
You gave him 2 weeks. You gave him 2 weeks. You can't
Whose
saying
fault?
that to the end of the year.
Whose fault
can't
was it
start
for
saying
the
that
for the 3 turnovers?
You gave Petrino 2 weeks, brother.
No. Whose fault was it? Whose fault was it though this time?
Whose fault was
He
it?
can't change the entire team's mentality.
Was it
Whose fault was it this time?
Turnovers.
Whose fault was it this time?
Pittman's, because he had him for most of the years.
Pittman's fault. He's
still
not even our
Pittman's
coach
fault,
anymore,
team.
and he's
Still
freaking. We're gonna blame him for it. Okay, that's Buckman. Hey, folks, if you need to know who Tyler Buckman is, boom, that's right there. That's all you need to know about him.
I'm just
right
saying,
there.
no, you can't give Petrino 2 weeks and say it's Petrino's fault when he's only had 2
Petrino's
weeks.
been a head coach. Petrino, come on now.
Actually, less than 2 weeks. It's been like 12
What
days.
about next year? What about next year? What about next year?
Then it's going to be Petrino's fault. I'll start blaming Petrino then.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see.
If he's the coach.
Why would you blame Petrino? He's not going to be our coach.
Well, you never know, man.
I know.
Y'all don't have hope right now, but watch. If he pulls a hat out of his ass and wins 3 or 4 of these next 6 games, what are y'all going to be saying then?
No chance. No chance.
I think he deserves it then. If he deserves it then.
To these predictions. I want to get to this prediction this Saturday.
Well, let me say this
wait
before the predictions.
Bubble.
Let me say this before the predictions. This is Bobby's first home game back as head coach as the head hog. I hope people get out there and get loud against the Texas A&M Aggies, because this will be our first time in a while we've played them at home and not in Jerry's World.
Yeah.
I think A&M's probably better than Tennessee, but A&M's on the road. They're not at home.
Not offensive wise. I mean, obviously the stats are Tennessee's better.
They're better in the trenches, that's for sure. They're really good, up front. They got some big NFL guys.
I'll tell you this. I found this interesting during the game, that Arkansas in the red zone is like, we're one of the top teams in the nation scoring in the red zone. I mean,
I heard
that's
that.
Pretty impressive stat. I mean, we've really only
like
had
79%.
Yeah, we were number 6 in the nation, I think. Is what I heard.
We've only had one bad game this year where, like, obviously we didn't show up. The rest of them been really close, or we
they've been good games. They've been good games.
I mean, it's been good. We've got a good team. Yeah,
it's good for the soul.
Heart attack Hogs, heartbreak Hogs, all the things. But
this is the most unluckiest year we've ever had. The most unluckiest year we've ever had.
I swear, we still got.
I'd say that too. If my favorite
we still
coach
got fatigue from KJ Jefferson fumbling the ball against A&M on like the 2-yard line. We still got fatigue from that.
Yeah.
Let's blame Pittman though.
I'm just saying, it's still. Right. I mean, you give Petrino 2 weeks, you got to give him longer than that, brother.
Okay, we'll see.
I've already seen change. It's only been 12 days.
I haven't seen enough change. So. The offense hasn't changed any. We know what our offense can do. That we just, I don't know what happened against Notre Dame.
Turnovers is killing us all year long. That's for sure.
We had more turnover. I can't talk. We've had more turnovers in this single game than we had all year with Petrino as our coach. But I guess we'll look past that.
I'm still drinking the Kool-Aid, fellas. Let's get to these predictions.
Arkansas A&M this Saturday, 2:30. Hey. There's a good chance we're going to have some pretty severe weather coming in Saturday. They're talking tornadoes and stuff like that. So I'm hoping this crap blows, in and out so we can have this game.
They'll just delay it. They'll just delay it.
If not, they were practicing with wet balls this week, and y'all know about practicing with wet balls. But I think this Saturday, I think we're going to show up again, and whether we win or not, my prediction is we are going to win, and it's going to be a close game, obviously.
All right, so you're flipping your loss again.
Our turnovers,
2 weeks in a row, flipping your
loss
to a win,
different
to a dub. Okay.
Yep. And I think the final score is going to be 34-27, and I think the biggest difference is we're not going to be turning the ball over. That's why. I think this week he's hammered it home, hopefully. Hang on to the damn football.
You don't think he was
And we're
hammering
gonna
it
do
home over the last 2 weeks of practice?
Oh, they got it through their head this week. They playing with wet balls out there, and like I said, y'all know about that.
Okay. Buckman, your logic, I don't know where you get it from or because Jimmy and Annette are really
I just
smart
love how
folks,
y'all started off the year so damn high on these Hogs, and
I
all of a
picked the
sudden
6-6 season.
y'all.
I picked the 6-6. What's the first thing I said in our first episode? Go back and watch it. I said I'm having a hard time.
Now different coaches, y'all's
getting
coaches
excited
out
about this. Y'all both picked 7-5. Buckman, you're the one saying 9-3 after we beat Alabama and A&M and Arkansas State. You said 9-3.
I thought somebody could coach better.
So don't say we're getting over all high on the Hogs. That was all you.
Well, I still am. I'm high on Bobby Petrino, and I think he's going to turn the tide right here this Saturday.
Okay. Well, once again, Buckman, I hope you're right. I hope I can say you're right and I was wrong. That's not. I don't think it's going to happen. But
I'm tired of these heartbreaks. Right. Tell you that.
So Bucks got predicted a loss. Change it to W. 34-27. Hogs. Camo. Well, Buckman. Then before we get to Camo, Buckman, what other than I guess you already gave your determining factor, which is Bobby Petrino. Is that what you're going with?
Turnovers.
Okay.
I'm saying that we're not going to turn it over. We're not turning it over this week, and our defense has turned the tide, obviously. Hold them to 27. That's saying a lot, I think, even though they don't have a great offense. I think we're going to be able to stop the run. And if we can stop the run and stop their short passing game, I think we stand a chance.
Yeah.
And I think our best part of our defense is our linebackers and our defensive tackles. Even though we're low as far as depth at that position, we do have Cam Ball, and I think we can stop the run at times. So,
all right, Camo, what do you think?
If we can tackle.
Well, guys, I'll find a win somewhere in here in the next few weeks. This one's just not one of them. I hate to be the Debbie Downer. I'm normally very optimistic and a huge advocate for the Hogs pulling out miracles and doing what we all want them to do. But I'm right now. I guess I'm from Missouri. I'm from the show me state because Hogs are just going to have to show me at this point.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
And so I'm going to say Texas comes in here and jumps up on us early. We make it a game. I think the only way we can crawl back into it is we're able to run the football, because if we're not able to run the football and it's all on Taylor Green, I just don't have the faith in him being able to not turn the ball over, not make bonehead, mistakes. Plus, if we become one-dimensional, those DENs from Texas A&M are going to be rushing and blitzing every time, and our O-line's not going to be able to hold up, and they're going to be sacking Taylor, and we're just going to have 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And I hope it don't happen, but I'm thinking A&M's going to come in here and probably shellac us. I'll say 45-27 A&M.
I just got to say, what you're forgetting, what the X factor is here, is Bobby Petrino and his schemes. You don't think Bobby Petrino knows that? You don't think he knows that they have great defensive ends and that we have problem turning it over? You don't think his scheme's going to come in here knowing that?
I think Bobby Petrino needs to hire you as his agent, because there is no other university that is dying to have Bobby Petrino as their head coach. There ain't a one. Unless it's like Sacramento State. They would take him in a heartbeat. Sacramento State, Bobby, come on. There ain't one major university.
I think Buckman knows a little bit.
Major university wanting Bobby Petrino. But Buckman does.
Y'all are just haters. Y'all are haters. Y'all are haters because y'all's coach got fired, and that's a fact. Y'all been haters ever since he got fired, and y'all are going to continue to be haters all season.
No, I'm just calling the fact that there's nobody else wanting Bobby Petrino. There's nobody else wanting Bobby Petrino but Buckman and a few Arkansas fans. I
Who
say
the
a
fuck
few,
wanted
quite a bit of them.
Pittman? Excuse my language, but who the
I
F
think-
wanted Pittman? Nobody.
I think Buckman knows
That's
a
why
thing
his
or two
ass was
about playing
fired.
with Bobby Petrino's wet balls.
Between him and Josh,
Lord.
between him and Josh Allen, I don't know who's getting more action.
Don't get me started
Is he
on the
paying
NFL
you?
now.
Are you on? Did Bobby's turn for the other team, and he's paying you now? Are you taking rides on the weekend on a motorcycle?
Hey man, I'm just saying.
Is this really Buckman, or is this Jessica Durrell in a Buckman outfit?
Buckman's a big advocate for the Petrino.
I've seen what I've seen in the past. Petrino has shown me.
What do you
like
always
you said,
tell
it's a
us
show
about
This
the
ain't
past?
2012. This ain't 2011.
Tell us to quit hanging on to the past. History doesn't
Petrino
matter.
has shown me.
History is not going to repeat it.
Pittman never
make
showed
up
me.
your mind
Pittman
on
showed me
what
loss
route
after
you
loss
go.
after
Do
loss.
you like history
Petrino
or do
has
you
shown
not
me.
like history? Because when it comes
Petrino's
to our
0-1 this year.
argument,
0-1.
you say
He's
history doesn't
0-1.
matter. But if it's Buckman logic, history
Y'all are all
matters.
down on the Hogs, but if you look at the fact that we started a new season last week against Tennessee, we started a new season last week.
We're going to win
against
maybe
Tennessee
3 or 4
with Bobby
games this
Petrino.
season.
Bobby Petrino just
You're
started
right.
as our
I'm
head
down
coach.
on the Hogs.
He's been our head coach for 3 freaking weeks. 3 weeks.
And it doesn't
We've
matter
had
what
one
he
game.
did
He's
over a
0-1
decade
against
ago.
the ranked road opponent in the
It
SEC.
doesn't matter
And now
what he
y'all are
did
down like we're going to get our
over a
ass whooped
decade
every week.
ago.
Shut up. Prove him wrong, Bobby. Prove him wrong.
I hope. Buckman, I promise you, dude, I hope I say I'm wrong and you're right, but Bubba, it's not gonna happen. It's just not.
Okay.
We are 2-4.
I hope we're on this episode
We're
next week,
2-4.
and I get to talk. Y'all got to give me 5
after
minutes.
this weekend, we're gonna be 2-5.
Agree with me right now. Y'all got to give me first 5 minutes of the whole episode if we end up winning.
Okay, I'll do that.
But here, Buckman, I want to ask one question. One question.
I do want you to acknowledge that you tell us to quit bringing up history when we were talking about Pittman, but yet you're talking about history when you're talking about Petrino. So I want you to acknowledge that.
It's okay to do it. Hey, the difference is the difference is I'm bringing up good history. Y'all are bringing up bad history.
No, it's not bad history.
I got one question.
It's our history. It's the Razorbacks' history.
One question for you, Buck. One question. Are you ready? Do you think at this point in Bobby's career, do you think that he's honestly the answer for recruits? And knowing that he's 60, he's what, 60 years old? 61, 62?
Yeah.
He's only got about 3 years left. Do we really want a 3-year stint, 3 or 4 year stint with Bobby as our coach, just to have to go get another coach 3 or 4 years from now anyway? Because Bobby's only got about 3 or 4 more years.
I've already answered this before we.
Oh, he's 64.
Before last week.
He's 64.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're proving like nothing here. I've already answered this. I don't think he should be our long-term coach. No, I think I'm rooting for this season, and I think he was a better option than Sam Pittman currently. And
what happened to you protecting your heart? What happened to you protecting your little Razorback heart?
Our effort is there now with Bobby as the head coach. Accountability there, like I was saying earlier. And no, I do not want him, honestly, unless he comes out and performs a 4-win out of the next 6-game miracle, which probably isn't going to happen. But, I mean, would it surprise me if it did happen? Not really, because it's Bobby Petrino. He's a schemer. He knows how to fucking all plays. He knows how to coach. And that's for sure. Nobody can deny that. And
no,
I hope he proves y'all wrong.
I'm not saying he's not a great coach, and I'm not rooting against him. But I
think he's long term? To answer your question, no.
I am at where Camo's at, and it's a show me. Like,
show you
I
again.
gotta see it.
before the motorcycle accident.
It doesn't matter what he did 10 years or 12, 13 years ago. It doesn't matter.
I'm just
Makes no
saying, he's
difference.
proven it everywhere he's gone. Even at the smaller schools, he's proven himself.
Not in the NFL.
We're talking college here.
He didn't prove it at Louisville, that often. I mean,
let's talk about the NFL. How about them Cowboys? I got one question for you.
Let me give my score prediction.
Cowboys?
Hey,
we don't have our two best wide receivers. Two of our wide receivers are out.
Did the Atlanta
and Booker's
Atlanta
out?
Falcons
We got CeeDee Lamb out. Booker's out and
Bills?
Turpin's out.
Come on now, let's stick to the Razorbacks here.
Let me give my score prediction before
we brings up the Cowboys. Let's stick to the Razorbacks.
Yeah,
I got them fired up.
How about the Bills? How about the Bills? They've lost to two sorry teams 2 weeks in a row. The Bills have lost to two weak teams 2 weeks in a row.
We're still 4-2.
Well, thank
We're
God.
still 4-2. One of the best records in the NFL. One of the best records in the NFL.
Yeah.
So, suck on that one.
Okay.
Hey,
suck on them wet balls.
How about them Rams, though? All right. Here's my score prediction for this week. I think I'm kind of like you, Camo. I don't know. I like, obviously, that it's a 2:30 game. Because if it was an 11 a.m. game, then I'd be pissing Buckman off right now. But it's a 2:30 game. I think we score, obviously. I don't think we score as much as we did against Tennessee. And I think A&M scores more than Tennessee. So I'm going 38-21. I think we're going to have a couple turnovers that's going to just suck the wind out of our sails. And I'm being honest. I mean, that was what I wrote down. It just so happens to go totally against what Buckman said, but and it fits perfect. But
I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Too.
You completely disagree with me on every opinion.
It doesn't matter who the head coach is. Matter. If a player's going to fumble the ball, the head coach has no freaking
accountability.
Input.
That's what it. It's accountability.
The head coach does nothing
what
in
Josh
that
said
moment.
Earlier, his ass would have got taken out.
The head coach has nothing to do with someone fumbling the football. I'm
nothing.
sorry, but they
zero.
Don't.
Yeah,
doesn't matter who the coach is.
Zero.
It can be John Gruden. It can be Mike
Zero.
McDermott. It can be whoever the hell you want to.
Fear.
They have no
the fear that if you fumble the ball, your ass is out of the game.
The guy put his helmet
other
on
than
Braylon's
Green.
arm.
Zero.
He fumbled the ball because and then we get the ball punched out. It doesn't matter. They can be scared all they want to. Let me just tell you this, Buckman.
Accountability.
They're not scared. I promise you, they are not scared. You know why? Because we're 2-4. They know we're not going anywhere. And guess what? They're still going to get their money. That's all they give a shit about. They don't care. I know you want it. I know you want it to be like the old days, and I do too, but it's not. No, it's just not. Anyway, 38-21. We have 2 turnovers, and that last one sucks the wind out of the sails, and we lose it.
Hey, just imagine though.
If we somehow pull off this victory.
Just imagine
how many
minutes
do I get if I'm right?
Your prediction isn't worth a shit.
No, seriously, y'all think about this. Think about this. Imagine having a job that you get paid before you play, and it doesn't matter how your performance is at your job, you're going to get paid. Now, what job can anybody take?
All you got to do is show up.
And all you got to do is just show up. That's these guys.
You don't even have to show up.
That's these guys.
You don't even have to show up.
They get paid.
Do you?
No, I mean, they got to play. They got to play. I mean, unless they get hurt and they're medical reasons.
Because one kid took money and went to USC, right? One
UCLA,
kid took money from us. UCLA, whatever. He took money from us and then hit the road.
They did.
I think Tennessee tried to get it back.
But yeah, I mean, we were raised different. We were all raised different to work hard, no matter what. And if you were going to be a janitor, by God, you be the best janitor that there ever was. So ethically and morally, it wouldn't matter if I got paid. I'm going to give the same effort as I would if I didn't get paid till I performed. So, but yeah, I mean, there's not another thing that I can think of where you get paid in advance and don't matter if you even show up.
Yeah.
There's no repercussions.
Either way, I really hope y'all are wrong, but y'all are.
I do too. I don't take
y'all might be right.
Don't take my negativity or my pessimisticness of that I'm rooting against the Hogs or rooting against Bobby Petrino.
It wouldn't surprise me if I'm right either. That's what I'm saying. Because it's Bobby Petrino and his scheming.
It wouldn't surprise me either because it would be the most Arkansas thing to do.
Exactly.
It would be the most Arkansas thing to do.
We're everybody's trap game now. You got to realize that. And everyone's looking past us. They're looking at a record. Everyone's looking past us.
I kind of want to go the game.
We thrive in those positions, Buck.
I kind of want to go.
We thrive in those positions.
You're right.
We thrive with our backs against.
We come back.
We show up.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
I don't
Have
know.
I changed your mind yet?
No.
I think the Hogs.
No.
I think the Hogs are going to hog, and that can mean that can mean it can go either way
one now.
You say that.
Either one now. Now that we're 2-4,
if we win, yeah.
Now that we're 2-4, yeah, we can hog one way or hog the other. You know, it's like,
the Hogs are going to hog, baby. All right. Well, glad that we can all get together. Buckman, happy early birthday. I know tomorrow's your birthday. Are you going to be 33 or 4?
33.
30 freaking 3.
Scottie Pippen.
That means I'm 32.
A third of a century old. Third of a century.
You ever wonder if we've already lived half our life?
What day's your birthday?
I wondered that the other day, actually.
What day's your birthday?
Tomorrow. 16th.
Tomorrow? Okay.
October 16th.
16. Well, there you go. Go to Oakland and put it on Black 33.
What's your sign?
Libra? Why the hell do you want to know that?
You're a Libra? I don't know.
What's your sign?
I feel like that's what people ask these days.
I'm a winner, and that's what Bobby P is. We're going to win Saturday. Put it on your mama. We winning Saturday.
Sure hope you're right, Bubba. All right, hey, go Hogs, Woo Pig, all the stuff. I hope Buckman's right. I hope I'm wrong. We'll see.
Woo Pig.
Woo Pig.